everyone. So today what I'm going to be doing is showing off some of these shelves. Now, one thing you might notice is that I am on Bedrock Edition, and that's because they came out on Bedrock in the preview before they did on Java. But anyway, without further ado, this is the first thing I came up with, a little interior thing. So you can see here that they do a good job at just like kind of being at the bottom of walls. It's kind of like a wooden board thing that runs along it. But they also do well on the top, and you can see that I've actually added these little bits of glass in here, so it's like a little rainbow wallpaper top thing. I thought it might be kind of cool. And that also kind of made me think of like different ways to do patterns with this. So you can see kind of created this little checkerboard thing here, or you could even like do little rhythms with it. This one isn't my most favorite, but I put it in the video anyway. Another thing I came up with here is this truck, and it uses the shelves in a couple of different ways. You can see along the bed here, it uses them, but also on the inside, I've used it kind of for the doors, so you have a little extra room in here, so it's not as it's not just one block. So that's a few kind of decorative ways to use it. Now you can see here, I've also done like this interior corner thing, and you can really go crazy with this stuff. I mean, it works really well for this type of thing because it kind of has this little lip here. So it's almost kind of like a classier version of these trap doors, or like a thin anvil or something. What you can do with an anvil, you can do with a shelf. And you can see that with this window here. So kind of made this arch here, and it's got this little bit that kind of comes out of the side, but it works because it kind of creates like these little pillars that go up and down the window side. So that's one way of using them. You can see they're also on these lights. And because all of the furniture in this room uses the shelves, it also kind of creates like a set of furniture, so everything kind of fits into the theme. It kind of creates like a shelf theme. You can see, of course, I've also used them along the edge of this wall. I've used them also to line the inside of the spiral staircase. That's kind of something new that you're able to do with the shelves. I know you could do it with signs before, but you could do it better with shelves, in my opinion. I've also used them over here to make this chair, of course, to make a shelf using the shelf. This grandfather clock, which I'm pretty happy with. I think it lends itself well to that. And yeah, just all sorts of things. You can put this stuff on anything. It's just about like hot sauce or something. I mean, you can put hot sauce on ice cream. Okay. I've also made these little facades using the shelves. You can see I've also used them on the street light here. And on the sides here, you can see I've kind of created a little bit of a rhythm using the signs and the shelves to make like brickwork or something on the sides. You can see here on the windows on these upper parts, it kind of rounds it off a little bit, so it kind of creates like an oval top window. Of course, this side of the shelf, it lends itself nicely to like making like dentils or something. Just a nice little rhythm that goes along the top sides of these things. And you can see I've also used them to make this little flower bed here. Let me change it to day. You can see on this other facade here, I've kind of used it on the sides to, along with the fences, to kind of create this wavy sort of pattern going up and down here. I made another arched window like what I have in there. Maybe this is the interior to this. I don't know. But you can see I've also used it on this door, and I've kind of used two layers, so it kind of creates these edges along with these trap doors. It kind of creates these edges, and it's almost like a nice decorative framing or something. That's what I think the shelves lend themselves nicely to. You can see it in this pillar here. They create these dark edges without jetting out too much. So it's just enough of a bottom edge to kind of let you know that there's something there. And it kind of creates like a nice little pop out. You can see up here, I've kind of used the fact that you can put things in the shelves, and I've kind of done that along with these buttons here, so it kind of alternates, goes up and down, and you can use it in the decoration as well. Like it doesn't despawn unless you go super duper far away from it. It stays there, so that's useful. It's not like an item frame in that way. You can see up here, I've put the tops of the windows, I've put the shelves in there, and used it along here, put those birch planks in there again, and kind of used it to make these sort of corbel things on the top corners too. So yeah, just a little something I wanted to show off to everybody, but this is a very versatile block, and it's a very welcome addition to the game. And maybe you felt a little inspired, but anyway, that's all I have, and I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to smash the subscribe and whatever. Bye-bye, everybody.